So my sort of professional story began in the summer of 2013, where I was a senior about to graduate from Rutgers. I was working for the Rutgers Office of Media Relations, and I was sort of doing photography and staff. I was a staff writer for them. But my passion was really strong into photography at the time. A lot of the staff was a lot older than me, so it was like I was this sort of young baby that they wanted to mold into this awesome journalist, and it was really great because I had a lot of people looking out for me. I realized that I needed to change and that I couldn't really stay in that area. So I decided to move back towards Philadelphia and look for something else and probably pursue something more. At first, I had no clue what association headquarters did. I understood that they did something with associations. When I looked on their websites, I saw a bunch of medical associations, so I assumed it had something to do with medicine. I remember when I came in for my interview, and I remember I got super dressed to the T's. I was super nervous, and I knew I had prepared all these questions on medical things, which I wasn't even 100% sure about, but I was like, I'm gonna ask them and I'm gonna get it right and I'm gonna get this job. And I went into the interview, and my interviewer was really nice and super warm. I think she was a little taken aback from all the medical questions because it had nothing to do with what I would be doing here. But it turned out that I must have done something right, because a couple of weeks later, I got the call that I got the job, and I was really excited. From that day forward, I started working at AH. I was the PR intern, and from there, that's really where my professional sort of career started to kick off. I came from a staff of maybe 6 people to a staff of almost 200 people. And we had all these different clients and all these different acronyms, and it was kind of overwhelming at first. But after a while, what I really liked about the organization was that everyone seemed to know each other and was really tight-knit. And what really shocked me is everyone knew the CEO on a first-name basis, and it was just this really nice community. I had this really cool manager approach me, and she was like, I think you'd be great as our next video intern. This is something that we're trying to build out, and you have a really creative eye for things, and I would like to bring you on. And I think at that point, it sort of clicked for me. I was the new video intern, and that's where I met Allie, and she taught me all these things about video, and it was really one of those instances where I had finally gotten the camera and I had gotten the equipment that I needed to do what I loved. So it was just like, go. And at that moment, like I said, it all sort of came together in this sort of, you got this. And yeah, it was really cool to sort of have that experience and sort of have that freedom to create and learn on my own. And from that point, really, it all just sort of snowballed. I first was the video intern, and then by that summer, I had gotten hired part-time, and then by that winter, I was a full-time digital media coordinator. And some days it felt like I wasn't 100% sure I knew what I was doing, but other days it just all felt so right, and that I knew that this is what I love to do and that I was going to be good at it regardless of whether I didn't have necessary full background behind it, but I had the passion, and to me that's all I needed. I'm Kyle Sweet, a digital media coordinator, and this was my journey to AH.